All right, we're here in the Niner locker room with Niners corner Isaiah Oliver. And how you feeling? 3 games, 3 wins.
Yeah.
Defense is playing well. Offense is scoring 30 a week.
Yeah.
A little momentum going in
Yeah,
here.
no, definitely. I mean, after 3 weeks to be 3-0, that's where we want to be. We understand that it's a long season. We got a long way to go still, so we're just trying to get better every week.
Cardinals, what do they look like on film? They had a lot of explosives this week against Dallas. And
I thought they looked really, really good. Just off what I've seen so far. Obviously going to dive into them a lot more over the next few days. But watching that game on TV, I mean, running the ball, from my perspective, watching their offense is the biggest thing that they can do. I feel like they run the ball really, really well. They're really tough, physical offense. So it's going to be a great matchup for us.
Connor's a big back.
Yeah.
You got to go low on him, I imagine, huh?
Yeah, which is tough too because he got a great stiff arm. So he's just really an all-around back. I feel like he's going to be one of the tougher matchups that we're going to have all year for sure. So we're going to have to get ready for him.
It seems like what do you learn when they upset a team like Dallas? What do you take? Or what's the message in here when you see that?
Just understanding that. I mean, they're not going to quit. Obviously they had a lot of people put their own expectations on them for this year. With Kyler Murray being out and everything, so everybody had an opinion on them. But from what I've seen on the tape and just watching the film so far, it's just that's the team that's going to come out and fight. Regardless of who they're going up against, they don't care. Playing Dallas, playing San Francisco 49ers. They don't care about all that. They're just gonna come in here and play football. So we're gonna be ready for them.
Daniel Jones can burn teams with his legs, but he didn't burn you guys.
Right.
What was the plan against Jones? How did you keep him hemmed in the pocket? And I mean, there's a chance he can bust a 40, 50-yard run on you, and he didn't against you guys.
No, that was definitely one of the biggest things that we try to emphasize going into that game all week. Just trying to keep him in the pocket, whether it's design quarterback runs or his scrambles. Obviously, using his legs is always a threat. So, that's something that we just try to focus on from the rush plan and understanding, getting help from the linebackers and the safeties if you ever try to scramble out.
What was the key to you coming here? Was Wilkes key in you coming here in free agency?
Yeah, I definitely think that was part of it. I think there's a lot of different things, whether it be Wilkes, just the players on this defense, the style of play that the 49ers kind of have built over the last few years, 5-6 years, whatever it may be, and just understanding that coming here you get a chance to win and make playoffs and hopefully go even further than that.
You played at Colorado and you came into the league, played a little bit outside.
Right.
Seems like you found a home at the slot spot, and it's interesting because a lot of guys can't play the slot.
Right.
So why is that? Why can guys play outside but they struggle in the slot?
It could be a few things. I think the biggest thing for guys coming in a slot is more than just covering receivers. It's a lot to do with run fits and playing the run, which can be a little difficult and can be a little tricky sometimes. Understanding your gaps, where to fit, kind of how to play, kind of like as a linebacker almost. It's more so than just locking this guy down, which is kind of what I would say like 90% of being outside corner is just locking your man up. So I feel like that's probably the biggest thing. Kind of can be tricky for guys kind of moving in from outside into the inside.
2 games ago, you just had 3 huge plays in the second half. When the game's over and you come into the room, I mean, you're for sure guy on this team, and you're an established NFL veteran. But did that game make you feel like, hey man, I'm a bigger part of this team than maybe I felt like before that game?
Yeah, definitely. I think so. I mean, it's just going to help with confidence in general.
Yeah.
Even though I don't care how many times or years you played in the league, you can always get more confident and kind of just get more in gel with the team. So I think that was big for me, just kind of, showing up on the field for them and playing for them like that. I think that was big for me, my confidence and their confidence in me as well. Kind of build that two-way trust, that two-way street. So I think it's big for us moving forward.
Last week was a short week. You only had a couple days. What do you have to cut out of your prep in a short week?
A few things, really. I mean, you really try to hone in kind of on getting your body back right. So you don't want to cut anything out in that aspect of the recovery.
So you're still doing lifting and all that stuff?
Still doing everything you would normally do on a week. I think like the biggest thing that kind of gets cut out is really more the preparation. Like you don't get to watch as much film. You're just not going to.
The cut-up films,
you're not going to see as much. You try to get as much as you can, but it's just physically impossible to watch the same amount as like I'm going to watch this week preparing for the Cardinals. But so you kind of cut out little things here and there, or kind of just lean more on what the coaches give you, and don't really watch on your own at home maybe, just because you're still trying to get recovery, you're still trying to get sleep, you're still trying to get things like that. So I feel like that's probably the biggest thing.
Couple questions about your teammates. Every team has a couple tone setters.
Yeah.
Guys who are just, if you ain't ready, they'll get you ready.
Right.
Who are those guys in here? Who sets the tone emotionally?
Yeah, I feel like
in the
that's kind
pregame?
of the unique thing about this team is there's a lot of them.
Are there?
It's not usually just one or two guys, but defensively, Fred, Dre, for sure.
Yeah.
Huff, Nick, Eric. I feel like those are probably the four main guys on our defense that, regardless of how you feel or coming into a practice, you might feel a little tired, a little slow. But those four guys, I mean, they're gonna be rolling every day, no matter what. And so you can just watch them. Just at the beginning of practice, just watch them warming up. Watch them in the first couple of drills. You'll know that they're ready, and so that kind of gets you ready. And that's kind of the way this team moves. In general, it's a player-led team. And if you're not bringing it, they're going to let you know about it and make sure that you're hitting the standard.
Dre seems like the kind of guy that almost, I wouldn't accuse him of this, but it's like I almost said to him the other day, you let some of those second half passes against the Steelers get completed in front of you.
Just to hit.
Just to hit. I mean, he seems like the kind of guy that
if there was anybody that I've met playing football that would do that, it would be him for
he
sure.
Loves to hit.
He loves to hit. I mean, that's running hit is like just in his blood, in his DNA. So, I mean, you need that, to be able to play that position for sure and be able to play on this team, I think. So.
Who amazes you in this room? It's a talented room.
Yeah, it's never ending. I feel like there's just so many guys, and but for me, the biggest thing was Fred coming to this team. I mean, obviously I knew about him, and a great player that he is, but just seeing the way he works, seeing the way he attacks every day, attacks every week. It's honestly been mind-blowing to me, to be honest.
Two last ones. Deion is at Colorado now.
Yeah.
And obviously Oregon took him out this weekend. But what do you watch it, I'm sure, right?
Of course.
What do you think of what Deion's getting done there?
Yeah, no, I think it's exciting. I think he's just changed the whole landscape, changed the whole culture, which is probably something that Colorado football needed over these last couple of years for sure. So I think it'd be great for them moving forward. I think that the hype is back. There's more excitement there in Boulder, so I think that's big. So I'm excited about where they're going.
Last one, Dobbs. Do you study more the receivers or the quarterback? What if you can only study one?
Right.
The receivers' tendencies or the quarterback? What would you rather?
I would do receivers if I can only do one.
Okay.
I feel like you have to study both because they go hand in hand.
Sure.
But yeah, so we're watching a lot of Dobbs for sure. I think he's a great quarterback. Again, another guy that can run, get out of the pocket, kind of make a play. When things aren't looking right, he can fix it. So that's
got to limit the explosives.
Another thing that we're going to limit on him for sure going into this week. So we're going to come up with a plan and just try to execute it.
Last one, you Bay Area. What do you think? You're living here now.
Yeah, I like it.
Where are you from? Where'd you go?
Arizona.
Okay.
Originally.
And have you spent a lot of time here in the Bay?
No, not until I got here.
What do you think of it so far?
I like it so far. Weather's great. I always heard that it was great weather, but this has been even better than I could have hoped for. So can't go wrong when it's a nice sunny day every day.
Well, hey man, good luck this year. Thanks for the time.
No problem.
Appreciate you.
It. Yes, sir.